Welcome, welcome. This is David Parra with AARP Arizona. We have our good friend Gina Roberts. All right, let's get started. I have another question, Gina, and that is the difference between vote centers and polling places. What can you tell us about that?
Sure. So this is very important for voters who prefer to vote in person. So if your plan is to go to the polls on election day, this is information that you need to know. So in Arizona, we have our 15 counties, right? And every county has a little bit of a different setup today. Some counties use what we call vote centers, which is basically voting locations throughout the county where any registered voter in that county can go and get their correct ballot. Or some counties utilize what we call polling places. When we are in a polling place county, you must go to your assigned polling place as a voter because they only have your specific style there. So that's very important to distinguish between if you're in a county that has vote centers, you can pick whichever vote center that you want. That's more convenient for you. If you're in a county that utilizes polling places, you must go to your assigned polling places. Now, you'll see on this list here, David, that some of our counties use kind of a hybrid system where they have a mixture of them. And so they do have maybe a handful of vote centers where, again, any voter can go to, but they also utilize those assigned polling places as well too. I do call out Pima County here. I do have them highlighted in red, and the reason why is because Pima County for the first time has now transitioned from polling places. So for the upcoming elections this fall in August and November, Pima County will be utilizing vote centers, which is fantastic news for Pima voters. It means you can go to any voting location on election day in Pima County and get your correct ballot. So again, options for voters, you just choose what is more convenient for you.
So let me see if I got this right. So some states have centers, others polling places, but then there may be a hybrid in some of, not states, sorry, counties. I correct myself. Now, so is voter center a more general where you can go to anyone, whereas a polling place is more specific? Is this
You got it,
correct?
David. You got it. That is absolutely correct. So the big question here is, well, how does a voter know, right? How are they supposed to
Right.
figure out what their options are or where to go? And so again, if you're choosing to vote in person on election day, then what will happen is 11 days before the county is going to send you a sample ballot if you're not on the active early voting list. Your sample ballot will have a list of, if you're in a county that uses polling places, they'll tell you where your assigned polling location is. Or you can always go to our website at azcleanelections.gov, and we'll tell you as well on that website what the counties utilize and where those locations are. So again, if you choose to vote in person, it's very important to make sure you know where you're going.
Great information. Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much. Okay, voter ID. What can you tell us about this topic?
Sure. So again, this is for those voters who are voting in person. If you
Okay.
go vote in person, whether it's early or on election day, you must ID with you. You are required to show the
Okay.
poll worker your identification. Now, Arizona law has a very specific list of what is permitted to be used as ID at the polls. So anytime you vote in person, you must bring ID. They are broken down into 3 different lists. We have the full list available on our website. The website address is there. What do I need at the polls? What ID do I need? I can tell you right now, if you've got an Arizona driver's license or an Arizona non-operating ID card, that works perfectly. Otherwise, there's other components that you can use, such as a utility bill in conjunction, with your vehicle registration, or, your passport in conjunction with your phone bill, things like that. So it's 3 lists where you can mix and match. So if you're not quite sure if you have sufficient ID, I recommend you take a look at our website and it'll guide you through it. We have a very handy tool there that you just answer a few questions and we'll let you know if your ID works.
So basically, it's not a special voter ID, but it simply means you have to identify yourself with the proper identifications when you go vote in person, correct?
That is correct. That is correct. There's a specific list of what's acceptable. Now, you did say specific voter ID. The thing that we have closest to that would be your voter registration card, and
Okay.
that is acceptable as one form. You would need to combine that with another acceptable form of ID. But Yep, it's a full list that voters can choose from to see what they have available to them.
And does that have a picture?
Your voter registration card does not have your photo
Okay.
on it. It does not have your photo. So again, it's about confirming your identity and your address to the
Okay.
poll worker.
Got it. Once again, great information. Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much.